So we just finished the first round of the implementation phase of our methods to assess village preconditions. When I say village preconditions, I mean village characteristics in terms of landscape, geographical positions, if it's flat, if it's on hills or mountains, if the land is rain-fed or not, if it's irrigated, the access to roads and markets, and actually how the local structures in terms of customary and institutional structures are working, and how the impact of the aid agencies has been working within the last 10 years, so after 2001 when we had the international intervention in Afghanistan. So we use this method in order to understand why and how those preconditions are affecting the village behavior under a certain program or project. And what we aim to is to pass on this methodology once we will finish the second round within other 50 villages in a different location. We want to pass on this methodology to NGOs so that they can actually have a tool to use while they are assessing villages prior designing the intervention. We did apply these methods to characterize villages in 50 villages in the northeastern region of Badakhshan, and we will do the second round in another 50 villages in Nangarhar. What we will do, we will select villages which are actually showing differences in terms of preconditions so that we can actually cluster villages and understand how they perform and they behave according to those preconditions. What we noticed with these methods while applying it into those 50 villages and with the pilot test first is that within the community development councils that were established in 2003 within the NSP program, customary structures and customary relations and customary institutions are still playing a vital role in the village when it comes to manage disputes on land and water, or when it comes to also some activity related to welfare within the village. There we see the mullah is still very important. So we can say that customary relations are still a vital part of the life of rural Afghanistan, and we notice that actually the same dynamics and the same processes can be actually recognized in another type of study we did, which is a market study, which we are now developing in the Nangarhar region, concentrating on the center of Jalalabad. And also there we see that in accessing markets and in accessing activities related to income generation in Afghanistan, belonging to a certain network and being part of system of relations is what actually is allowing people to access labor and services.